shot in front of the squad here. Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! What's up? Out of the bars and into the streets. You can't stop the revolution! You can't stop the revolution! You can't stop the revolution! This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Breonna Taylor, Breonna Taylor, David McAtee, David McAtee. Tyler Gerd, Tyler Gerd, Tyler Gerd, Tyler Gerd, Tyler Gerd, Tyler Gerd, Breonna Taylor, Breonna Taylor, Breonna Taylor, Breonna Taylor, David McAtee, David McAtee, David McAtee, David McAtee. No peace. No peace. No peace. Out of the bars, into the streets. Into the streets. All right. Yeah, so this is Jefferson and Winzel is where we're at now as we're marching down Jefferson down towards Injustice Square Park. No peace. 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 LMPD. LMPD. Into the streets. Into the streets. Into the streets. Into the streets. Join us. Join us. Join us. Our streets. 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 Yep, so as we rolling, you know, here in typical parade fashion, we got cars in the front that are leading, you know, wagons of bottled water and chips that kind of travel with the squad. Louisville Street Medics is hanging out in the car behind us, you know, making sure that, you know, there's first aid, anybody, you know, twist an ankle or have a seizure or dehydration. It's always really cool to see, you know what I'm saying, the community helping the community. You know, all of these marches are, you know, people funded, right? There's local restaurants, you know, they're donating food every day for those that are down at Justice Square Park. You know, countless people, I see them all the time, they're pulling up in vans and they're dropping off bottles of water, you know, medical supplies, masks, hand sanitizer. Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta fix my gimbal. There we go. Yep, so we are moving down Jefferson. Yeah, we're moving down Jefferson, heading towards downtown Louisville. The eventual goal being in Justice Square Park, which is on 6th and Jefferson. You know, it's been the heart of the protest for the last 45 days. That's right, 45 days we've been out here, everybody. No justice, no peace. No justice, no sleep. You can't stop the revolution. Yep, so you know, we're hearing in normal chants, you know, how do you spell racist? LMPD, no justice, no peace. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. Say his name, David McAtee. The name we're chanting now is Tyler Girth. Tyler Girth was the photographer who was shot in Injustice Square, you know, a few weeks ago. In sort of a random act of violence by a homeless person.
Are you Jason?
I am.
I walk your feet every time that I'm not out here.
Oh, good deal. What's your name?
My name's Hayden.
Hayden, man, good to meet you. Yeah, good to see you out here, man. Be safe, all right?
It was good shit, man. Y'all passed my house, and I didn't know there was a march going on.
It's like, fuck it, you gotta hop in, right?
Yeah, no, it's like I heard chanting and horns, and it's like, I know what that's saying.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, cool, man. Be good, be safe, all right? So taking a little break, let everybody catch up, grab some bottles of water. peace. Sorry, I'm knocking down some water real quick. Shit, I got fans and I don't want them. I want all of my fans to go follow some really awesome people like Summer Dickerson, who's out, you know, or Jeff Gill, that's out in the world doing all kinds of work for their community every day for a long time. No lives matter till Black Lives Matter. Oh, I'm rocking now. Divided we fall.
Water, you good?
I'm good, thank you. Divided we fall. Gimbal. There we go. All right. No peace. No peace. All right. I'm really not good at this riding bike and recording thing. Sorry, y'all. Our streets. 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 Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. LMPD. How do you spell racist? LMPD.
How do you spell racist?
LMPD.
How do you spell racist?
LMPD.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice. Now. All right. So yeah, this march we started planted the tapes in the parking lot of Baxter by Diamonds. I'm sorry, Barrett by Diamonds. We left that parking lot. We've been heading down Jefferson as we head towards Injustice Square Park. Yeah, the BPP, they're referring to the Black Panther Party, who started a march from 26th and Broadway, from where David McAtee was killed, to the park. So I'd imagine the Black Panther Party is probably going to beat us there by a little bit. So there's going to be a pretty great turnout at the square tonight. Really looking forward to it. Tyler Girth.
David McAtee.
Out of the bars into the streets. No peace.
No justice! No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No peace!
You can't stop the revolution.
You can't stop the revolution! You can't stop the revolution! You can't stop the revolution! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No lives matter, no Black Lives Matter! No lives matter, no Black Lives Matter! No lives matter,
What's up?
Black Lives Matter!
Yeah, oh, that's tight. Oh, damn.
No lives matter, no Black Lives Matter! No lives matter, no Black Lives Matter! No
Yeah.
lives matter, no
Does it
bullets in the upper.
does it hold steady? Like the shot looks good? Oh, that's fucking dope. Sorry.
Look, it's like a tripod.
Yeah.
It's like a tripod.
Yeah. That's tight. That's tight.
Make some noise!
Yeah, I can see the screen from back there. Like that looks good. Yeah.
All I did was say, I put it out on Facebook and somebody dropped it off. I'll show you when we get back to the camp. They brought me like a whole fucking suitcase full of gadgets.
That's what's
I'll
up.
show it to you.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yep.
Fucking little was dope, bro.
Yep, so this right here, right? So we doing a quick stop. You know, everybody's getting Gatorades, everybody's getting snacks, making sure everybody stays safe. Got thank you all that, you know, hand out supplies and deliver supplies. People can stay marching, stay healthy out here. Thank you.
All right, let's throw some likes on this video, guys.
So this is Preston Street in Jefferson, right under 65. Everybody's hanging out and re-upping on some water, re-upping on some snacks as we continue to march down towards Jefferson Square Park at 6th and Jefferson. No doubt that Maxwell's up there somewhere. I can't see him from my angle, but I guess we'll see him here in a little bit. I mean, I'm under the bridge, so. Yeah, so once again, this is musicians of Louisville who have kind of allied together here and are marching for the cause out of the bars into the streets as they've been chanting. The end of our caravan now. As we continue to march westbound to Injustice Square Park. Excuse me. Loading things back up. Getting ready to keep marching here. That's right, we are downtown Louisville, Kentucky. This is day 45. Day 45 of continuous protests in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. No, this is like it's a different group. It's like musicians of Louisville met on Baxter are marching down. Yeah. Yeah, these are good people. Good people. No.
Say what? What? I'm gonna start calling people.
I know the crowd's a little paler than normal, but they're good people. Yeah. Justice. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
Fuck these racist ass police.
LMPD. Yep. Yeah, day 45, downtown Louisville, Kentucky, of continuous protests. 120 some odd days since Breonna Taylor was killed. Still no end to the investigation. Still no arrest of any police officers. Only one police officer, Detective Hankinson, was fired. No justice, no peace. This will continue. Breonna Taylor. Justice. Now. Peace.
Punk ass nigga. Breonna was asleep. 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 Breonna was
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. Oh, that's the ambulance. Yep, so I want everybody to take note of what just happened. I want everybody to take note of what just happened in that moment. So the protesters have occupied the entire street for several blocks now, right? And as we heard an ambulance come up behind you notice how quickly and peacefully that the crowd dispersed and cleared way for the ambulance. So when you hear mainstream media or fucking Douglas at the bar or whoever, right, talks about how people can't get health care, people are blocked downtown, that was proof right there about how the crowd feels about healthcare. Yeah, ain't nobody out here yelling fuck Louisville Metro EMS. Ain't nobody out here yelling fuck the fire department, right? Like, fuck the police. But you know, we're gonna clear the way and make sure people that you know need to get to the hospitals get to the hospitals. That, you know, when there's a fire, you know, people are gonna get out of the way. Those public services that take care of us, we're all for. But it's the police that choose to abuse their power and, you know, kill people of color at a 3 times higher rate than white people. It's like, that's what we get pissed off about. So write that down in your all's memory banks, that at that moment you witnessed it happen. And I mean, it's happened on other feeds too, but, you know, that's what life is like. Dun, 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 dun.
You can't stop the revolution. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. No peace.
No justice, no peace. Fuck these crooked ass police. LMPD. Oh no, appreciate. Thanks for saying all lives matter. It's good to know that you have support for Black lives and Muslim lives and immigrant lives. I really appreciate you saying that. All lives matter crowd. You know, all lives matter. Letting us know that immigrants are important and people on welfare are important and small business owners are important. I appreciate you all. Thank you. It's good to know that you believe that people that overdose deserve Narcan so they can be brought back to life. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's also strange that people that say all lives matter didn't say that we are communist. Because isn't communism like the epitome of all lives matter? Like just by definition? Yeah, good talk.
No peace, fuck these racist ass police!
Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. All right, so we're getting close. We have just hit 3rd and Jefferson, so we got a couple more blocks till we join up at Justice Square Park on day 45 of protests in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. To answer your question, Andrew, like how do I stay so positive through it all? Because the truth is that for every old dude that gets excited about a discount at Bass Pro Shop, right? And who hollers all lives racist. There's hundreds of people in the streets every day that are out here trying to do the right thing. They call themselves the silent majority, but that's not true at all because we out here and they are at home hiding. No, unfortunately, no one has brought up me not having a job today. Unfortunately, it's all been jokes to people that do want to get drunk. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, the rules are that anybody makes a comment about me having to get a job, that everybody watching has to do a shot. So we're keeping that dream alive today.
We're almost there, y'all. We're about 2 or 3 more blocks now.
Shut it down.
How do we have so many people on the chat and no one likes the video? Like, I don't understand that. Over 200 people on the chat. Like, can't hardly hit 30 likes. I see a lot of people ain't scared to hit that dislike button. Is that because of me or because you don't like the video? I would really like some feedback on that. You can go ahead and be honest. I mean, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, but I appreciate some honesty.
Oh, the slow rotate back around here. Here we go.
If you guys have complaints about the mods, I don't want you to feel like there's nothing you can do about it. I've put my email in the description. If for some reason you feel that either a specific moderator or all the moderators are somehow making this experience unpleasant, you're able to go to my email in the description and write me and let me know about it.
Sorry, get a little bit ahead. Get a little bit ahead here. Yep, as we come up on Jefferson here, the last block away from the square. David McAtee. Down here at the corner at 6th and Jefferson, where the Musicians March has arrived at the park. Yeah, so the march has arrived here at the park as the people that were occupying the park are now kind of walking out to meet everybody here.
Thanks, Nathan.
Good to see you. David McAtee.
That's my nigga. I came with Rocket Man. When the legends can.
Yep. How you doing? Good. How you doing? I remember the hair. Yeah. Yeah.
This is my first one.
Oh, good. How'd it go? Good. How you doing? What's up? Good. They started marching at Max about 3 miles down. It's been a little walk. All right. So the Musicians March has made it, down here to 6th and Jefferson. day kind of walking around the block right now. I mean, yup. So as they kind of stop right here at 6th and Liberty, looking to kind of close and fall into the park here. Yep, so here we are. This is day 45, downtown Louisville. We have now arrived at 6th and Jefferson, in Justice Square Park, Breonna Taylor Park. Whichever name you prefer. So this is the heart of all the protesting. This has been home base for the last 45 days. There's always food down here. There's always bottles of water. If you haven't made it down, I always tell everybody, come down and have a hot dog and a conversation. Come down and have a hot dog and a conversation. Meet somebody that you've never met before. A lot of good conversations down here. Concerning, justice, police brutality, all that jazz.
I'm giving something they can.
I'm actually kind of surprised that the Black Panther group hasn't made it down here yet. Although 26 and Broadway is a fuck long of a walk, so. So, man, how you doing?
Good as shit.
Thank you. All right. So it's a good time down here at the park now. Got a bunch of people. Everybody masked up. These plants have hella grown with the rain the last couple of days. All these were planted by protesters. I know the media wants us to believe that we're down here tearing shit apart, destroying buildings, but we also plant flowers apparently. Those flowers were planted and they've continued to grow. As the days go on. Oh, excuse me. So, man, how you doing? Sir. I mean, to be honest, the demographic of the group is all over the place. Definitely at nighttime is a much younger crowd down here. The youngins like to march. Youngins like to march quite a bit. And then during the day, when things are a little quieter per se. Things are a little quieter per se. It's typically the older people that are down here during the day. Most of us, we come down, the younger folks, after we get off work, because we do have jobs. I know it's kind of surprising for a lot of y'all, but we do have jobs. So most people come down after work. This is 6th and Jefferson. Right over there, those two white tents. Those are the art booths that I posted about earlier. That art booth is where you can come down. They got free art supplies. They got signs. They got sticks. You can come down. You can make signs. You can make a T-shirt. You can do whatever you feel like. I was put together by a couple local art coalitions. Really cool to see. We always, of course, have our grill master. Have our grill master down here. That's hot dogs and hamburgers all day. So everybody can come eat free of charge. Once again, thank you to everybody that donates food, donates water, so people can come down here and stay fed, stay healthy. This is where we're at. Not 24/7 anymore. Till 11 o'clock, and then police kick us out. Pretty much every day. All right. So good to see you. Well, I think that's gonna wrap us up for a little bit. I'm gonna sign off, take a break, charge my phone for a little bit, grab some water. The Black Panther Party is marching down here, so I'm gonna turn the camera back on when they arrive. But I'm gonna try to get a quick break. I'll be down here for a couple more hours either way, so feel free to shoot me a follow. My name is Jason Downey, D-O-W-N-E-Y. Shoot me a follow. You'll get a notification every time I go live, and other news and whatnot's going down here. Well, all right. Well, everybody be good, be safe, and I'll see some of you all later.
sunrise in Arizona. The pink skies kiss the orange hill. I rubbed my eyes and made sure it was real. I wasn't all a dream, I can hardly tell. After a while, the pink face is blue. But how the paint supplies, I can tell that it's true. Oh yeah, 10 more hours. Hey, Morehouse, California.
God's coming and taking over and cleaning up our dirty mess. My guitar is pretty much just here for my own personal. I keep it kind of low because I fuck up a lot. But I really am playing things that are conducive to the music. But in live settings, you may or may not be, how I feel. Today I feel a little loose. Let's get down.
Alright, for those of you just tuning in, we're out here at a march with Vanessa Guillen. If you're not familiar with the case, for one, I suggest you research it, but this is a Hispanic female soldier, now a specialist, was dismembered and killed by a fellow soldier. As far as we know from recent investigations, she disappeared on April 20th earlier this year and wasn't found until sometime last week. Her body was found extensively damaged, buried, and covered in cement. Many people complain that, there wasn't enough action on behalf of the military, and beyond that, they also feel like, this is part of a greater problem of sexual harassment within the military that doesn't get addressed often. So this is a march in her name that started today at the Capitol, and we're now here at Woolbridge Square in Austin, Texas.
shot down by the police in Nashville. We need a leader that's going to stand up for reproductive rights for women. We need a leader who talks about LGBTQ rights on their platform page, not just when they're asked a question about it. We need a leader that's going to stand up for social justice issues and change. I'm going to fight for the Justice in Policing Act. But I'm going to let you know, if I were there with Corey and Kamala right now, I would tell them, before you allocate more burn and cops money to the police department, you better make sure that they comply with no-knock warrants, that they comply with no more chokeholds, that they comply with proper behavior to brown and black people and poor people, people from the hollers to the hood, or they will lose their burn and cops money. I grew up in a trailer park, and it was a really bad trailer park. But one thing that trailer park taught me was how to make a little out of a lot, and I bet there's some people under the sound of my voice that are going through trying to make a lot out of a little. How to stretch resources. How to make 5 pancakes when you only got enough to make 2 pancakes. Have your witness somebody. And it gave me the drive to get an education. I went to Fisk. I went to Emory Law School. I'm a lawyer. I'm a chaplain, but don't let that scare you. I got some of my students here in Harry. I want to serve you whether you have faith or no faith. Because I got enough for all of us. The same fight that got me out of the trailer park in Kentucky to the courtrooms in Tennessee, I promise you, I'm going to take to Washington as your United States Senator. Vote for me August 6th. Passion for Tennessee.
Robin Hayes Kimball. Thank you. My name is John Smith. I'm one of the organizers. I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. In 1865, in Pulaski, Tennessee, the Ku Klux Klan was founded here in Tennessee. I don't know if you know that, but Tennessee's the home of the Klan. That's not good. The first Klan convention was at the Maxwell House Hotel, the first Klan convention. There's a lot of Confederate blood here, a lot of remembrance and statues here. I have some friends who started a movement of over 30 days ago. Well, they've been pushing for it, but they've been sitting in 30 days over here at the Capitol to try to get this bus out of the Capitol. The guy's name is Nathan Bedford Forrest, and he was the first Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. He needs to leave, yes. We honor him in our state capitol. We have a bust, like a little statue, a monument of the first Klan Grand Wizard in our state capitol. And Tennessee is better than that. And all across America, these statues are coming down. And my people, they're here right now. I'm gonna call them up. The People's Plaza, can y'all come on up? As y'all know, the Capitol Park Commission voted 9-2 to remove the bus. We got one more vote coming up with the Historic Commission. And we're pressing them, they're trying to put the meeting off to October, but we're pressing them to do an expedite meeting to get the Klan guy out of our capital. But I'm gonna let my family and friends say a few words. I'm proud of y'all.
Good evening, everybody. Black trans lives matter. We stand with you all. We've been standing strong here. Today makes it 29 days that we have occupied this space.
be brutalized. We have watched our people be arrested. We've all been arrested. We've watched our items be seized, our tents, medical supplies. We've seen our houseless brothers and sisters be raided, their medication taken, all their belongings. And they have stood with us like warriors. We share a common villain in our story. We all have been disenfranchised by this unfair regime that serves so few, while the rest of us just stand around waiting for our time to come. But no more. The powers that be like to tell us what rights we can have, but also what rights we can't have right now. But we are not waiting one more day. We are taking the power back. I would like to extend an invitation to all of you right now to join us, the people of Ida B. Wells Plaza, to petition our government to not just hear us, but to listen, to really listen. As you all must already know, on Thursday, we scored a huge victory. The bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest, it was decided by this commission, the Tennessee State Capitol Commission, that it would be removed, and it was voted overwhelmingly to be removed. Now, there is usually a mandatory waiting period of 60 days, and the next time the Historic Commission will convene will be in October. We don't want to wait that long. We have petitions going forward. We have a waiver expedition to waive that 60-day period. That goes to the Tennessee State Capitol Commission. And then we also have a request for emergency meeting petition going forward to be directed to the Tennessee Historic Commission. And we would like you guys to join us with that. Racism and homophobia in this country is as much, if not more, of a pandemic than COVID-19. But we are all constituents. We are all taxpayers. We all have a say. We, the people, have a say. So join us. Join us in our fight. I'll bring Nidhi on to give you some more words.
Our next guest. I'm going to speak later, but it's actually a personal pleasure. I might have to take this off for now. It's actually a personal hero of mine that I've made in my 36 years, and that's Janelle Christopher.
We want to thank you guys for being here today and protesting for Black trans lives, because we understand the risk that Black trans people live every day just by existing in this world, and so their existence is resistance, and you guys being here and standing with them is super supportive, and thank you for that. We want to invite you guys to be a part of Ida B. Wells Plaza every day, every night. We convene at 8:30 p.m. Today, there was an incident with the state troopers on the top of Ida B. Wells Plaza. And I'm speaking slowly because I'm getting choked up. But the troopers are not outside of the state capitol, or they weren't when I came up, but now it seems to be. But they lowered their presence today because of an incident that happened where they pushed a man down for yelling loudly at them, and he hit his head onto concrete and broke his jaw. And so this was unprovoked by the man. They could tell that he wasn't crossing the barrier. There's 2 barricades in front of the state capitol, as you guys can see. And so they're continuously escalating. There have been 200 plus arrests here while we've been protesting for these last 29 days. And so there has to be action on our part. And so please come join us at 8:30 for our meeting so that you can stay updated. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at People's Closet Tea. And we're out here every day. We're learning how to organize together. If you aren't a part of an organization, or if you don't know how to join the movement, share your talents with us. We're open to all people. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here. It is so important for us to understand how the fight for LGBTQ and the fight for racism are adjacent. We all have to come together as a community. What we've been doing over here for almost a month at the People's Plaza may seem very, very confusing to some of you guys. Why have we been out here for 30 days almost trying to remove the bust of, trying to remove a statue? But what we have to understand is that until our government is ready to give us these small breadcrumbs of justice, they will never be ready to give us the full course meals of justice that we deserve, guys. So please, come study with us, share with us, learn with us. We are over here every day, and we will continue to be over here. Your meals and your donations are important, but your bodies being here, standing with us, can never do what all of the other palpable things that you can give us. So please come join us. Thank you.
What's up, guys? My name is Aaron. I'm part of the group that's over at Ida Wells, and I just wanted to say, it's really awesome to see everyone from this community kind of get together, and everyone here has said, we built a loving community over there at Ida Wells, and all my trans friends in the audience, all my LGBT friends in the audience, if you feel like you're not accepted anywhere and you want to be part of a place where we come together and have common ideas, and we're really just fighting for basic human equality, and I feel like that's something that we can all agree on. And so, she said it's at 8:30. I'm going to be giving a little speech sometime around like 8:50. I'm not that good at speeches, so I'm trying my best, but if you guys are interested in hearing what some of the leaders and me have to say, then please come. If not, no pressure, but we're here pretty much every day. I'm here every day. I said I was going to say one thing. I want to come another thing. So, thank you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Nita Sharon. I actually recently moved back and was honored to be a part of this group when I heard about it on social media and TV about the third day they started. I started off as a legal observer for the group. It took me 24 hours to see the atrocities that happened with the state troopers and the government. And now I'm actually a proud part of this group and organization. And I know that none of the organizers here said exactly what they've been going through, but let me tell you what I've observed. I've observed assault by state troopers on targeted individuals who the state troopers think are leaders of this group, even though we don't have a leader. This is a leaderful group. So it means that all of us are leaders here. And so, but they want to put this narrative out that there's a targeted group that's leading this for some Antifa stuff. That's not the case here. This is a group of people that are tired of being tired, sick of being sick, and hungry for justice and hungry for the right to live without wondering and looking over their back, is there a cop behind me? That's what this group is. I would love to implore you guys to please come join this group, this movement. This is going down in history. We're already down in history as the largest mass arrest ever in the state of Tennessee. And they keep breaking their own record with our group. So let them keep breaking the records until there is an actual change. Right? I want you also to know that being an attorney here does not give me immunity from being arrested, because I was arrested and targeted and arrested 5 minutes after I filed police report against one of their troopers who assaulted me with a chair. That's when we got raided, as soon as the police left. This is not a fair game that we're in. This is not a just game that we're in. Even if we use the same things that are told to us, like file police charges, file this, go through this bureaucracy, go through the ladder, go through the snakes, go through all of this, it won't give you justice. This is the only way that we're going to get justice and make it loud and clear that we're not going anywhere. So, please, and journalists, I implore you to also come and be a part of this organization, because they don't care about the press. They don't care about the freedom of press. They arrested 2 of our photographers and journalists on the same night that they arrested me, to show everybody we don't care, whoever you are. So I implore all of the organizations, all of the professionals, all of the people that are sitting here, your family members, your uncles, your aunts, whoever, bring them here. Bring them to us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We're getting ready to get started with the vigil. You got some time?
Yes, I've already spoke, but I wish somebody had gave me an introduction for this group. I've got all kind of names like Queen Mama, and Justin just texted me. I thought he said he was on his way. But this group is amazing, and I really can say that it is a family. And I promise Justin, as long as the People Plaza is there, Reverend Lewis is going to be there. And I just love you all and all of the work. I mean, it gets hot sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I got 1,000 things to do, but I'm just compelled and driven to be here. Now, I did want to make one announcement that I'm going to be quiet. On August 1st, I am combining with Senator Gilmore. John is right here. We pulled out the first I Will Breathe. We made history for putting on the first rally. We're going to have I Will Breathe Phase 3. It's going to be women and girls against racism rally. And we want you all to come out. We're going to bring out the hard hitters of the women, because this shit, excuse me, Reverend, needs to stop.
All right, I want to acknowledge Senator Jeff Yarbrough. Hey, thanks for coming out. Y'all ready?
So now we'll begin our vigil, which will be led by Nick.
Okay. Whew. So, a couple weeks ago, some friends and I had a vigil for Black trans lives. And since then, okay. The vigil was, I think, less than 2 weeks ago. And since then, 7 Black trans women have been murdered all over the country. Sorry. That's not okay. That's not acceptable. Like, the shit has to stop. But they or her, sorry. First, we're going to have a moment of silence. And after the moment of silence, we have candles that we're going to pass around. And during the moment of silence, I want you to think about whomever you may be honoring or uplifting.
because Black trans lives matter and all Black lives matter. So yeah, so we're gonna have a 1 minute moment of silence and ask you to think and reflect and uplift. So that starts now.
All right, guys, thank you for participating in our moment of silence. That was in remembrance of Black trans and Black LGBTQ plus members that we lost recently. Candles are being passed around to you guys now. If you'd like to light a candle in remembrance of anyone that's been lost to violence, please take time to show your support for those that are no longer here. Your candles can be placed right over here to the left, near our table, that has been set up in remembrance of the Black trans that has been lost this year. Thank you guys so much for your support.
I came to say goodbye. Why, Bobby? Why? I've made up my mind. I'm going away.
But I should be alone.
That journey into the desert you've spoken of, you will take it alone.
What else can I do?
Once you said to me that peace and happiness might be found there, you gave me hope. And now we have to say goodbye.
Make sure you clean all bullshit trash after your protest. Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? I don't think we've left a lick of trash at a single protest. Taylor. This is the bike squad having their debrief meeting. I don't know, Kelly. They got nothing else to do. Hating is a full-time job. Being racist is even a fuller-time job. There's not enough hours in the day to be a full-time racist. These people seem to do pretty good at it, though. in the comments. I think we're going to end up making a proclamation about changing our mission statement to be anti-racist in addition to all the work that we do in the community regularly. What are some of your questions, son of the South? I know the bike squad's going to First Ward Park, but the march is done. Somebody pooped in Johnny Depp's bed. Found Johnny.
Our statement here for the night, honestly, I just want you guys to know, we came out here to support you guys, it's not really on us. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause for being out here tonight. And we really thank every single one of you guys for still supporting us tonight.
How many bags of trash do you think you filled up during these protests since we started?
Since we started, probably around like a good 65, 70.
Bags of trash while we've been protesting? Yeah. Did you hear that guy who said that we need to pick up our own trash? Must be your first day here.
No, we don't leave trash behind.
Do I support NFAC? Is that the black militia? Well, do you support white militias? Forming a militia is a constitutional right. I support the Constitution.
We see you! We see you! We see
Why don't you support militias?
We see you! Woo! Street!
Well, you're asking me my personal opinion. I'm out here as a reporter, so. Oh, Rich, I do fucking love Lunchables and Capri Sun. And if my mom had a basement and there was a Lunchable in it, I fucking promise you I'd head there after this and eat it.
I know you guys are sick and tired of dealing with a system who wants to fuck you every fucking day. That shit sucks. Seriously. And again, I don't know if you guys have realized
Damn. I fucking wish I had a Go-Gurt.
We've been grabbed on, beaten on, slapped on, all of that. We, as a unity, are sick and tired of being treated like trash. So again, I want every person out there to know, anytime you need work for equality, we are here because we see you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
We, there's this guy on Twitter, it's called Cedar Posts. He called us the Charlotte mouthpiece of Antifa, or the mouthpiece of Antifa in Charlotte. We're thinking about making a shirt out of that. This is so fucking stupid. Well, Rich, to answer your question, nobody out here is causing chaos. Charlotte is such a small city that we don't really have inner city youth because the residential spaces in the inner city are built more for an affluent community. And the kids that you are referencing actually live on the fringe parts of the city where they have no economic mobility. So just wanted to shut that down real quick. This isn't New York or Chicago. If anything, Charlotte is kind of a faux city working its way toward a real city. But as far as inner city goes, there's not even a school in Uptown. You can, if you can throw hard enough, you throw a baseball from one end of fucking Uptown to the other. So yeah, always seeing people say stuff about inner city kids in Charlotte. It's not a thing. Not a thing. Yes, too fucking expensive to live uptown. All of these air quote inner city kids that you're talking about live on the west end, live on the far east side, the other side of Hickory Grove, southeast Charlotte, northeast Charlotte. So, suck it, nerd. Can appreciate your argument, though. Me a loser? That's not nice. Educate myself. Okay. Okay, you're right, yes. Lab school is in First Ward. The one. Black communities don't have a lot of resources to do a lot for themselves, Diane. It's kind of why people are talking about defunding the police so that we can reinvest in those communities and they can do something for themselves. Because they're not afforded the same opportunities as the people in, say, the Wedge. Okay. I'll get my fucking facts straight then. I don't care, because your facts are so solid. So solid. Damn, sorry that you had to get so frustrated, Diane. Have black people always frustrated you, or was it just when you were on those committees? What up? Oh, you fucking wet.
Tell them to follow Wheels of Equality on Instagram.
If you guys want to follow Wheels of Equality, they've now got all their social media platforms. You can follow them on Instagram, Wheels of Equality. Yeah, right? Ray McKinnon.
Hey, let's share the link for the video and fill this chat up. If you guys want, if you find links for other streams, or if there's anything that you want me to maybe look at, and if it's worthy, we'll put it up. If you go in the description, it has all my links, including my email, where you can send me a link or start a private conversation. It's up to you.
Look at Jason. Hey, Jason. You stay on it. He don't play. Jason don't play.
Hey, Tamika.
What's up, Tamika? I act like this is my life.
Here with DeMarco.
Hey, everybody. How do we find out when the next march will be?
Tomorrow.
Follow Will of Equality on Instagram. Will for Equality.
Yeah.
His shirt. Right there. He's our little model. Oh, come on,
Will's
Trevor.
for
Act
equality.
right from dad. Act right for mommy and daddy now. Act right for mommy and daddy.
Right there.
Somebody said, Polo, who that? Ian. What's up? That's Big Ian. So
but yeah,
guys,
there is a march tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
From First Ward Park.
Brad just texted. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Taylor.
Brad just texted me. Brad just texted me.
Taylor,
just saw your
we
just to see. I'll be there tomorrow.
We've been out here for like 3 hours or something, so.
Obviously, Brad, Todd just said hi on the fucking log.
Stop playing with me, Officer Brad.
Stop playing, Officer Brad.
Stop playing, Officer Brad.
Stop playing, Officer Brad. We out here, Officer Brad.
Don't be just texting PJ. I understand that's Brad Jr., but I said hi too. You want info for the march?
Yeah, you got it. Just show it to me.
4 to 7, Bradfield Farms.
Oh, that's right. It's up in Reedy Creek.
Organized by Million Youth March.
That's the march tomorrow.
Million Youth March, this Noah Gullah March, and we're out there.
Yeah.
Stop because of this?
No.
We out here riding all night.
All night, baby.
We're going straight First Ward right now.
No justice, no sleep. No justice, no treats. No
Hey.
donuts.
People need to eat. People need to eat, man. Nobody said work, Taylor. We're totally going to do a series called Where Do You Work? And just interview protesters and just say, where do you work? We've marched in the rain. Mask is up. Fuck you, club.
I want to thank my community and everything else. I want to say thank you from the Black community. You Charlotte community.
Damn, you must make so much money.
I wanted to have a moment where other people in our community could gather. Literally just for you guys to meet these organizers, to meet grocery parties, meet women, meet USA, meet
Oh yeah, CMPD watches these lives.
I wanted to get almost everybody out here because I don't like it because it is for us to apply.
So does the sheriff.
We are incurring a complex, as you already did.
Oh, come on, Rick. You don't want to say where you work? Or are you talking about the protesters? We could do it anonymously and write it instead of stream it. Ooh, Karma's in here. She'll tear you up. Yeah, she told me, she messaged me.
She told me to tell you.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go hang out with Ryan though. See you, man. You guys have fun. Be safe. You can't tell, Joe, but I'm smiling.
We need justice.
I would love to make this newsfeed less hostile, but people in here are just as hostile as possible.
You're not coming out, which I totally understand because I know we have all these COVID-19 let them know that you want a congressional investigation done against Forehead, because if we don't investigate them the way they should be investigated, then there's going to be more soldiers like Vanessa that are going to be sexually harassed and then later on killed just for speaking up. That's not right. And we need to make sure that anybody who was involved in her disappearance that is I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're walking backwards and trying to do Hooligan, so I totally get it. But thank you. What's your name again?
Uriel.
Huh?
Uriel.
Uriel?
Uriel Guillen.
Uriel Guillen. Thanks, man. Muchas gracias. In the front, with 2 cars in the front, and maybe the 2 in the back, and maybe the 2 behind that. Well, it looks like a good portion of these cars are the escort for this particular group of individuals.
Okay, I'm not trying to be a terrible person here, but does anybody know what they're chanting? Because it kind of sounds like shut down Pornhub, and I don't support that. Just saying.
Yeah!
Porque si no seguimos saliendo, no van a escuchar a Vanessa. Nosotros somos su voz. Sientan eso en el corazón. Nosotros somos la voz de Vanessa. Para la próxima, vengan, dile a sus amigos, a su familia. Tienen que venir todos, porque nos van a escuchar. Vanessa, nunca la vamos a olvidar. Ella es nuestra familia, somos su voz. ¡Todos somos Vanessa! ¡Todos somos Vanessa! Y'all need to keep coming out. This doesn't end today. No. We are her voice, because if you don't come out, they won't hear us. So when you go back home and you call those numbers, tell your family, tell your friends, because they will hear us. Vanessa is family now. Feel that in your heart, because we are her voice. We are her voice, and you know what? We are everybody's voice that has no justice yet. Vanessa!
Bien!
Vanessa!
Bien!
Thank you so much for coming out. And I want to tell you, right after this, we're going to go home and call those numbers. This was peaceful and loving. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura.
Este evento fue pacífico, con mucho amor, porque en nuestros corazones la sentimos a ella. Ella está con nosotros.
Ella está aquí presente.
Está con nosotros. Ella me dio el poder de salir y hablar. Yo soy la voz. Ustedes son la voz de ella. Yo nunca en miles de años pensé que iba a estar haciendo algo así. Pero ella me dio la voz, porque dije yo, nunca más va a pasar esto, me van a escuchar. Este es mi país y no va a pasar otra vez. ¡No más! Muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Mañana el norte de Austin se va. Mañana el norte de Austin va a empezar el evento a las 4, la caravana. Los del norte de Austin se van a unir en Tinseltown en Pflugerville, y los del sur de Austin se van a unir en Onion Creek, ¿verdad? Onion Creek. So, después de que se unan todos ahí en donde se tienen que unir, todos van a irse al 35, y de 35 vamos a ir al parque de Metz, que se le dice también Chicano Park. Y de allí vamos a...
Anteriormente lo conocían como Fiesta Garden.
Ándale. Y vamos a marchar de allí hasta el Capitolio de Austin para que nosotros seamos escuchados. Porque vamos a conseguir justicia para mi prima Vanessa tal y como se lo merece. So, quiero dejarles saber a todo el mundo que vamos a seguir mucho más determinados, más que nunca, para conseguirle justicia a ella y a mi tía Gloria, que ahorita, como pueden saber, le rompieron, le quitaron parte de su corazón, y ella lo que necesita es justicia. So, todos tenemos que unirnos por ella para agarrar justicia. Gracias.
Gracias.
So, nos vamos a ver en la caravana mañana. Y espero que todos los miremos allí. Muchísimas gracias por venir
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
y por apoyar a mi familia. Gracias.
Estamos aquí también en lo mismo, muchachos, como reporteros, haciendo todo este trabajo, poniendo medios de comunicación para que más gente en Austin y los alrededores apoyen a las marchas y protestas de Vanessa y de Guillen. Así que, mis amigos, soy tu compa Roger. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Aquí conocí a este muchacho que se llama Iván Gilberto. En tu página, saliendo ahí saludando en tu página también, el chico de Chico también. Y bueno, vamos a seguir en esto, mi amigo. Bienvenido. Mañana nos vemos otra vez. Mande, bonito. Mañana nos vemos. Mañana nos volvemos a ver. Mañana. Ahí está. Amigos, toda la gente que nos acompañó.
So that is El Show del Chivo, another live streamer who's been out here doing coverage for the Vanessa Guillen event. Follow him. We will be together tomorrow. It's always great to meet live streamers. Oh. So the protest is essentially over. I'm just gonna go capture this man over here with his saxophone. We're heading out to APD tonight, so stay tuned. I think I'm gonna stop the stream and start it again once I'm at APD. We're in Austin, Texas, near the City Hall building.
Beautiful girl, man. Yeah, I know, my friend.
So that was Amazing Grace, played by a saxophone player who sympathizes deeply with the Vanessa Guillen story. Guillen. For those of you that don't know, Vanessa Guillen was a U.S. soldier who was killed. She had complained about sexual harassment, and this entire movement, you know, kind of sprung up from the uninvestigated, often ignored sexual harassment and harm that happens to U.S. soldiers. She went missing on April 20th, was not seen again alive, and then when they did find her, she was dismembered. She was buried, and there was an attempt to hide her body using cement. It was inhumane, to say the least. And the army didn't take the allegations or the situation seriously. There was no immediate action on behalf of the army, as far as I know. I might be misinformed. But now there's a huge movement, you know, specifically to get justice for Vanessa and to end the ignored, overlooked sexual harassment that a lot of soldiers experience when they enlist. This happened in Fort Hood, here in Texas. Yeah, and one of the suspects was apprehended. She was a female, and she was affiliated with a male suspect who was subsequently shot, who shot himself and committed suicide upon being approached by the investigators. So she was murdered with a hammer. She was hit in the head, and she was killed in an armory room. There was a missing hammer that the military was aware of early on in the investigation. They were led to a tip near a river where her body was eventually found. Yeah, since then it's just become a national movement to, you know, essentially get justice for Vanessa, but also to get justice for all the soldiers who have been sexually harassed, abused, and ignored by the U.S. military. during the investigation and the search for Vanessa Guillen, they did find somebody else's remains. I believe his name was George. I forget his last name. But he had been missing for a very long time as well, since August of last year, I believe. And yeah, and the situation really kind of raised a lot of questions about, you know, Fort Hood's action in moments and situations like these, or the lack thereof, right? That's the story in a quick summary. I think there's a lot more to this. Like, there are so many nuances and so many things to learn about. I encourage you to look it up, to learn more. And if this touches your heart and interests you, get involved one way or another. Gregory, his name is Gregory Morales. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna get off stream so I can make my way down to APD. Check out what's going on down there. This protest is essentially now over. I'll try to get an interview with the family members, but I've already spoken to both family members that are here. Don't want to push it too much, and so they've been asked multiple questions at this point. There'll be a march tomorrow. There'll be one in San Antonio next week, which I might travel for, since San Antonio is only an hour drive from Austin. So I might be in San Antonio on Saturday, getting some of the protests going on in San Antonio for Vanessa Guillen. Thank you so much, guys. You all know I love you all with all my heart. It's good to be back. Definitely a little bit more out of shape than I was when I stopped streaming, so I need to get back into shape. I feel it a little bit. I definitely feel like I got into shape, then I just fell right out of it from 3 weeks of quarantine. So thank you so much, guys, again. I'll stream again in just a bit at Austin Police Headquarters. To remind you, to give you a synopsis, I believe this march might have started here at this park. It's called Republic Square. And we moved down to Woolbridge Square. I didn't go with them. I was still with the Austin, I forgot their name already, man. It's a youth organization led by students who marched from the Capitol to City Hall. These individuals marched from Woolbridge to Republic Square, and I think they started at the Capitol. I wasn't there for that. I got here after they were already at Woolbridge. We got some of their speeches, a tribal dance by Guerreros. They're called Guerreros something. I missed their name on stream because my phone overheated. But I'll try to get their name. If anyone's interested, DM my page and we'll give you the information for that particular tribal band or tribal performance group who danced for us, or who did a performance of some sort for us. But thank you so much, guys. Y'all take care. Peace out.
Even though we know he's dead. 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 Even though we know he's dead.
Again, if you're just joining us, Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville. There was an event earlier tonight. It was the rally and vigil for equality and justice. And after the event ended, several people have made their way across the street to the state capitol. They are on the doors of the state capitol. Many people chanting that they have been brutalized, singing different songs. The remark was made down as people were crossing that this is the People's Plaza. This is the People's Plaza that belongs to the people.
Hey, can you guys please take a quick second to throw some likes on this video? When you like the video, share the video, or comment on it, it tells the algorithm to send more people this way, and that way we can get this chat really rolling.
There is a state trooper presence here, but nothing seems to have escalated. Lots of people, again, who were at the event tonight have crossed the street over to the steps of the Capitol tonight to sing, show solidarity. They're lighting candles, listing the names of people who they know have been brutalized. Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville. We had live coverage of the event earlier. It was a very warm, beautiful evening. You can watch that on our Facebook page. We'll have more of this developing story on our Facebook page at outandaboutnashville.com. Thank you all for watching.
work? Like what? Can't you finish work at work? 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 We ignore his work. We own his work. We do his work. Taking the law off the gun. Hey, watch it. Your arms are too short. Yes. But you wanted a race. Don't you think they're too short? Don't get arrested and through because that. Don't you think they're too short? I'd much rather be over here being arrested than to be over there testing the universe with the God with That's scary. It frightens me to know. I'm scared you. You're weak. Wow. Citizens of IQL Plaza and allies, we are late for our meeting. We will be meeting immediately in the gymnasium. Say that name, say that name.
Yes. It's live.
It's live.
Everyone, if you're just now joining us, Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville. Here at the event tonight was Senator Yarbrough. Senator Yarbrough, what do you think when you see all these people coming out to show up for equality and racial justice?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about how, criticizing this protest that's now been going on for almost a month. A lot of name calling, frankly, by people who are supposed to represent people, and I think that there's nothing more American than demanding better from your government, and that's what people here are doing. And I think part of my job is to be here to listen to that.
Now, we saw Thursday that the State Capitol Commission voted to remove the Nathan Bedford Forest bus. yet still it sits in the Capitol. We're waiting on the Historical Commission vote. How do you anticipate that going, and what is in the works at the Capitol to try to work on the demilitarization of police and to put more programs forth for training and even psychological training? What's going on?
Well, so first on the forest bus, the Capitol Commission was the biggest obstacle, and I mean, just as recently as 2017, the Capitol Commission had voted to keep the forest bus, and last week they overwhelmingly voted to remove it. I think there have been even a couple new appointments to the Historical Commission, which now has the review, and I would anticipate that the Historical Commission ratifies the decision of the Capitol Commission, which is at least insofar as getting rid of forests. But I think you're right that if you can't agree on taking down the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest, it's hard to think how you're going to actually deal with the bigger issues that are at play here, which is a promise that we made as a country a hell of a long time ago that everybody gets to be equal under the law, which is a promise that I think people are rightfully pointing out we've never kept.
How close do you think the People's Plaza group is to getting a meeting with Governor Lee?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't understand why, I think the governor has indicated that he wants there to be a dialogue, and from what I can tell, there's a few hundred people that want to engage in that dialogue. Being in politics is not about just meeting and talking with people you agree with. I talk to groups that don't agree with the folks here in the plaza too, and I think that I would love to see the governor meet with the crew here.
Now, you've been a proponent of both gay rights and racial justice, in your time in the legislature. Tonight, we saw a number of LGBTQ activist groups joining forces with the Black community, and there's a lot of intersectionality between those two groups. How do you feel about us seeing, more representation at the Capitol? Do you feel that more is needed, and how do we go about getting that done?
Yeah, of course, I think more is needed. So there's two answers. First, no one's rights are secure as long as anyone's rights are under threat. Mm-hmm. And I think that all of us have to take that part seriously. But yeah, I think there's no question that when the building looks more like the state, you would see laws that are more fitting for the state. And there's no question that the legislature doesn't actually represent the state. It's more rural, it's older, it's more conservative, it's whiter, any number of measures that just doesn't represent the state that we actually live in. And so I think that it means that people have to engage in protest. I think there's very few positive things that have happened in America where protest hasn't been a big part of it. But I think you've also got to take it to the next step of being involved in the politics too. It's recruiting candidates, it's registering people to vote, it's voting in elections, and then it's the hard work of trying to make policies that are better and will actually work to keep people safe.
Anything else you want to say to our audience, a call to action tonight for the LGBTQ community?
Well, I'm glad that Out and About's here, because I think that the fight for Black lives has to be related to the fight for equality for all of us. And I think that it's very easy for us to all, I think we won't like to get back to normal. We want things to not be so crazy. But I think that there's a lot of disruption right now for a reason, and I think that's recognizing that what those reasons are, being serious about it, and also making that, when you hear the names of lives that are lost that were said at the vigil earlier, I think we need that list to stop growing. Whether that's the trans people that were lost last year, the Georgia world, whatever, we need these lists to stop growing, and that's going to take all of us being committed to it.
Senator Jeff Yarborough, thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
joining
having
us.
me.
We
Yep.
really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Everyone, Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville this Saturday, July 11th. We had a beautiful event earlier tonight. Some of the people who were there made their way across the street up to the Capitol steps where we just took you. Senator Jeff Yarborough talking about social change happening at the legislature. We really appreciate you all joining us. We hope that you'll stay tuned to the Out and About Nashville social media sites, as well as OutAboutNashville.com. Thank you so much. Brian Sullivan reporting live.
So if you guys were interested, there's a link in the description. It goes to my Facebook, I believe. If you wanted to write me messages directly without sending me an email, you could always join my Facebook. And that would be cool. Money Stops, are you on the Discord? That's not exactly social media. day we had elephants down here, and that was pretty neat. I think. Nice little break from the tension.
Good morning. Happy Flamingo Friday. Hi, Scarlett. Thank you, baby. Good morning.
Y'all ever seen chickens like that before?
Hi, buddy. Yeah, we missed the trash truck today.
We don't have chickens like
It was
that.
already here, bright and early. Thank you. Hi, Scarlett. Hi. Hi. Tell us how it is. Hi, little girl. Tell us your story. Okay. We'll be quiet. Hi, Scarlett. Hi.
You think those things
Flamingo
are fun?
Friday.
Think, like if one caught you in the street, would let you pet it or something, or ride it, or let you feed it some popcorn or something? Y'all know anything about flamingos? Is this the right audience for that?
I know, Cindy.
Flax
Us
wants
too.
one. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Flamingo Friday. Hey man, ain't today Saturday? What day is today? Today's Saturday, I think. Yeah, today's Saturday. We missed Flamingo Friday. Went straight to Flamingo Saturday. That's okay. We do what we want here.
Good morning, Tony. Happy belated birthday. Happy Flamingo Friday. Oh, happy dance. It's the birthday dance.
You see, they got thin legs for a big body, but when I read that, I read big booty. What kind of flamingos are those? Those are big booty flamingos. You didn't know that? Now you do.
That's the recycling truck. Yeah. Trash truck already came. I had to wait to get in here.
What color are they when they're born?
No, I took my hat off and I actually combed back my ridiculous bangs and put a clip in it, but if he cares about my hair, I'll just take the clip out. Wear a hat the rest of the day. What are you looking at? What's happening, Scarlett? Wow. That was a close one. Is that Maurice or Andorra? Good evening, Australia. What are we looking at, guys? What am I missing?
I don't think I've ever seen an ostrich.
We can tell these two apart because Rhett is 6 inches taller than Scarlett.
Pretty sure I've not seen an ostrich. That would freak me out. You ever been next to a cow? Them things is huge. I don't know why, but I'm scared to death of cows. I feel like that thing just
Nest report
messed
is
me up.
looks the
They
same.
look nice from the distance. You walk up on them.
No advancement
I don't trust
either.
them. I don't trust cows. I don't know.
From either one of them.
Things about dying by a cow. You don't know. These are real problems.
No, these two don't get aggressive. I've met
Oh my
other
goodness, you ridden a
flamingos
cow?
that
Holy moly.
do. Not
You're my
like
hero,
super
Flex.
aggressive, but they'll pinch you to if they think you have food. These two don't get like that. Okay, I guess we're going on a walking tour. But there is a really awesome moth over there that you guys should see.
I've never seen a donkey. It's not that stuff's not here. I just
Will you tell us your story again?
never been the
Little
adventurous type.
quail?
Go out there and see them donkeys and stuff. I don't know.
Good morning, Catherine from South Africa. Good, really early morning, California.
Now, Travis, why you gotta say some stuff like that? Nobody wants.
No, they've never had eggs.
Nobody has ever said that.
Eggs before.
More people are afraid of
And she
spiders.
worked on her nest a little bit
in the
yesterday
world.
afternoon, but it looks the
And
same
never
as it
fear.
has.
Ain't nobody out here signing up to ride a spider. Hell no. I don't even need crab because they look like spiders. Those are the sea spiders, and they're disgusting. Oh, it is pretty slow right now.
Good morning, Pam in Cheyenne, Wyoming. You and the 4 other people that live there. Good morning. We used to do Cheyenne Frontier Days back in the day. Let's see. Yes, we're here at Rhett's Mess. And Mama Duck, once again, hanging out on the nest. And Scarlett had started making that, I think it's really hard to see, there's a little divot to it now, and she's bringing over different kinds of leaves. The turacos, we think, have eggs. I can see her sitting on the nest, but I can't see what's in the nest. But they're making all different sounds, and the other turacos being super aggressive. So I think there are eggs in that nest. They do drink upside down. They're pretty large. They're like the size of an
Checking
ostrich
out
egg.
Alex's stuff.
Pretty big compared to the standard chicken
I
egg.
haven't been able to find her stream the last couple nights, but I guess she's been streaming on Twitch because she was blocked on Facebook for being such a badass. Did y'all know this is a white power symbol?
Nope, no weddings
I did
this
not know
weekend, but
that.
we
I
have
just learned that
flamingos
stuff.
Saturday and Sunday this week. One family group tomorrow, and then 2 groups of 2 on Sunday. I want to show you guys this moth that emerged just as we were ending our flamingo last night. And then we'll go back over there for Flamingo Friday. But while they're just chilling, check this guy out. Look at that. Amazing. We'll come back to it, but I'm in the way of the fruit cart. They get a check every month when the vet comes by. Look at that. So look at, this is my hand. It's bigger than my hand. Oh, amazing. Just chilling out. I don't think it's usually this long from nest to egg laying, but they get easily distracted. It does. Last night I took a beautiful picture. It had just emerged and it was over here. I'm saving it for the Sunday photo roundup. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
So I'm not sure what's going on here, but I cannot find anything. There is like nothing going on. That is highly unusual. Usually Louisville and Kentucky is like...
The name of that moth is an atlas moth.
Right now, but that is not the case today. I don't know if this stuff is being censored.
Whoa, well, good morning, Andorra. That was very close. Hi. And Maurice, too.
Oh,
good morning.
Phone calls.
Did you come down because you heard the fruit cart?
What do we do?
It's the first round of the fruit cart.
Alright, let's do it.
The collecting of the fruit, not...
Alright, so I can't find a protest or anything really going on that's really active right now. I know you guys are enjoying the flamingos, but this is not live, and I don't want to ruin my credibility by not having live stuff on the stream. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little break, probably 30 minutes or so. We will go live again. I will find something. We will put something on the screen, even if y'all have to watch the helicopter. Don't think into that too much. Anyways, if you are not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so you are notified when we go live again. Because we do all this goofy stuff every day, all day, as long as I'm awake, and even sometimes when I'm not. But I appreciate all of you for showing up, showing support, being awesome in the chat, not giving my moderators a hard time, not talking too much crap about my dreads or all that white privilege that people love to throw around. So, thanks for being awesome. Talk to you guys soon.